Welcome to another episode of Dooboo's Diary. In this episode, we visit another neighborhood dog park, and this one's called Wildwood Crescent Playground. And there's a dog park that's right beside it, and it's a bit of a hidden gem because it doesn't really show up on any of the Google Maps. So it's a fully gated park, which is great, and it's also got a lot of trees inside the park, which is really good in the summertime when it's very hot and dogs need a bit of shade. So the location of the park is just west of Woodbine, in between Gerrard and Danforth. So it's just below the train tracks, and you kind of have to um, go through a bunch of side streets to kind of get to it. So the the dog park itself is pretty large, and as I mentioned, is fully gated. And one thing we've noticed is it's not super busy, which is really good. Now Dooboo is still a puppy, and the number of times that we've been there, there's only been like maybe a handful of dogs, at the most like four or five. So it's great because it's not too crazy with dogs, and he's had a really good time each time he's been there. The last time he went, he made buddies with a 2-year-old corgi whose name is Norm, and you could see that in this little clip here, he's having a grand old time playing with Norm. Um, the one thing we did notice with this dog park, though, is that if there's been a fair amount of rain recently, the dogs can get really dirty. And with Dubu, I guess because he's got fur instead of hair, the dirt really likes to get on his fur. And I swear, like after his wrestling match with this little corgi guy here, the corgi guy still looks clean, but Dubu was, oh, he was a mess. So he had to give him a bath after this little play session. But he loved it, and but that is one drawback of the park. If you compare it to the other park that we've been to, Fairmont, which is a community center, and it's not really a dog park or not really off leash, but it's great because it's got this big open green space, and where he can frolic around with other dogs. And at the end of his play session, he's clean. He doesn't get dirty. Whereas the other kind of dog parks that we've been to, Dooboo, if they don't have a lot of wood chips on the ground or any kind of green grass, uh, it's he needs a bath at the end of the play sessions. Um, so yeah, but Wildwood Crescent Playground, the park, is a really good place. A bit of a hidden gem off the radar in East York. You can see here in this shot that Dubu is just a hot mess of dirt. Oh man, his mouth was a disaster. But he had fun. That's all that matters for Dubu because he needs to get lots of exposure to other dogs. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Dubu's Diary out.